Okay, where are my mushroom experts at? Tap in. What we got here? Get it? Tap in. What is up, you guys? We are 1 week away from the 2025 Disc Golf World Championships. This year it's taking place in Finland. I believe the first time it's ever happened in Europe. I think it happened in Canada at some point way back in the past, but you know, in my mind it's kind of the first time it's happened internationally. You know, Canada's just kind of like the 51st state of the United States, we like to call it. But anyways, I'm second on the wait list right now. I think I have a really good chance of getting in. I was sixth like 3 or 4 days ago, and I kind of been sliding up each day, a couple spots. So I feel good about my chances of getting in. You know, we can get into semantics of why I'm on the wait list in the future, but you know, you think they would let the number 79 player in the PDGA World Standings into an event with 200 players. But anyways, besides the point, I got a week to prepare. I'm flying out Friday to Finland with hopes to make it into the World Championships, and I'm definitely going to prepare like I'll be in the event, and definitely plan on playing in this year's World Championships. It's going to be great. The Beast and the Monster, two awesome courses, a little bit of diversity between them. The Monster, heavily wooded course, and that's why I'm here at Roy G. Guerrero to practice some wooded power lines to get myself ready for the Monster, as well as for those wooded holes that they mix into the Beast here and there. The Beast has a little bit more of an open wooded variety style, kind of playing alongside a little bit of like a city kind of community action. Really good spectator course, very visible. You can sit on certain spots and just watch multiple holes, whereas Tampere, the Monster, is a little bit more of like a true wooded disc golf dream. I really like the Monster. The Beast is solid. I think it plays well for tournament, but the Monster is really the course on my mind right now that I really want to be prepared for and lock in my game. So I'm here to play Roy G. Guerrero, get some practice reps in, and get ready to fly out to Finland. Let's enjoy 18 holes, my favorite course in Austin. Quick little warm up, because we're responsible disc golfers. And we're gonna make sure the body's ready to go. We're ripping the longs today because in my mind, unless I'm giving a lesson and playing the shorts, because of that, I'm always gonna be playing the longs out here. Make sure I challenge myself as much as I can. Also, shout out to Ace Run Pro for having me on the Ace Run Challenge. Go check that out from the Minnesota Majestic. The Minnesota Majestic. I did the Ace Challenge and got CTP round 1, which was a free pair of Vessies. So I'm gonna try out the Vessi Storm Burst for the first time today. So far, not really loving the way that the toe box narrows down in the front, but we'll see as I break them in and as the round goes on how I like them, how the grip is, and if they're gonna make it with me to Finland as one of the probably 2 pairs of shoes that I'll be bringing, because I'm gonna try to pack light and see if I can get through without a broken suitcase this time. I do remember last year at the Monster that the mosquitoes were absolutely awful. Luckily the mosquitoes aren't too bad here today, but the little gnats are out in swarms, and every time I'm throwing a putt during warm-ups, I'm having them like buzz in my ear. So it should be good practice and warm-up for just the distraction that bugs can provide on the course. I feel like I missed my first putter warm-up shot to the right here every time. Maybe one day I'll miss left. Just put this beautiful new Athena in the bag. I got a feeling I'll be throwing it quite a bit out at the Monster. So let's dial it in here off hole 1. 593 foot par 4. Put a little baby flex on it. Nice, low, conservative. Great skip though. Don't know if I can expect that Texas slide over in Finland, but low misses are great golf misses and they keep you in play. Keep that in mind. Little rubber blend zone. I feel like this one doesn't get too much love in my bag, but should be perfect for this 250 foot shot. I mean, I think so. I don't switch my putters super often, but I've kind of had a rule since I've been on tour where I switch them out at each major that's coming up. And since this will be the second major that I'm playing of the season, just put in a fresh pair of these focuses. I'm going to keep my more beat-in one for the longer putts, but I'll have a fresh pair for my Circle 1 duties. And I do love this color combo. The purplish pink and blue always pops really nicely. So let me know, how often do you switch putters? Not saying how often do you switch your mold because you are scapegoating that as your reason you're missing, but how often do you switch in a fresh pair of your putters, and what are your favorite color combos to get a nice poppy swirl or burst combo? As I gear up for this year's World Championships, I think my mantra for the trip is really going to be slow feet, steady eyes. And for me, that means run up nice and slow and control. Don't try too hard to make it happen, to smack the disc. Just hit your timing, let the swing do what it does. And when I say steady eyes, for me that means keep my eyes down the gap as long as possible. Don't have an early head turn. And also make sure I have strong visualization of the line I want to achieve. MD3 here on hole 2. I mean, slow feet, steady eyes. If that's if that's what we're gonna get, why do I try? Why do I ever try? See it? Slow your damn feet down and just throw the disc, right, Luke Humphreys? Luke Humphreys told me to be slow, and then I won Delaware the next week. So what have I been doing ever since? Slow your ass down, bud. MD3, birdie 2. Enough said. I'm gonna leave the camera right there so you can have a decent view on the basket when I ace this one with the Athena, hole 3, one of my favorites out here. Fairways and mids, definitely gonna be a big part of the game plan out at Tampere, as well as at Nokia. Not the longest holes, but a lot of technicality with the out of bounds, with the shot shaping. So MD3 and Athena are gonna get some play. I go back and forth between fairway and mid on this one. That was too low. Line was great though. Like I said, low misses are fine. Easy par, long chance of birdie there. Prevailing wind off the right side of this fairway also didn't help. Still trying to decide if I like these new Mach X's. I don't think I prefer them over even the old incorrectly installed. The disc catchers, yeah, that's what they're called. The silver lining of them though is if you're committed and you're low in center, they catch every time. So in that aspect, they do make you a more accurate putter if you want to be able to rely on the basket to catch you. So I appreciate them as a training tool. Slow feet so far, been pretty dang accurate. That one's in position. Maybe one day that down tree on the right side of this approach will be gone, and then you can actually probably see this basket from the view I just put the camera at. Maybe 300 to 325 in. Pioneer has her forehand. Skipping the basket. Woo! A little early on the skip, but we're up there. Circle 1. Well, when I actually get up here and see it, yeah, sure, it was a little early if you're being a perfectionist, but you know, I think practicing for perfection and then being patient when it comes time to perform is how you become your best self. 3 down through 4, not a bad start. Patience though, patience and perfection. It's practice, so what do we do? You know, I've aced this one before, why not do it again? Cap wrap. Switch it up from my normal Pioneer play just because, you know, I've aced Roy G with this disc before, even though it's hole 16, but, you know, same shot kind of. Oh, gotta beware of the walkers on this hole and be a responsible disc golfer. Sometimes though, you can't even really tell, so it's important to kind of look right, scan through those woods, see if you see anyone. Easier to tell the person on the left side, especially if you're throwing the right hand side of the gap. But if you're throwing that forehand, they can come up on you quick, especially if they're riding a bike. Another one of the reasons Roy has a Pro Tour course just doesn't really work, unfortunately. Too many entrances, hard to control. You know, it's not hard to control. Cap wrap on hyzer, skip. Oh, dead skip. Circle one though, can't be mad. Well, it might not be an ace, but we like birdies too. Yes, we do. What do they say, y'all? If you're thirsty, they're thirsty too. Make sure your local friendly caterpillars can get water too, and so drop them off on the nearest blade of grass so they can go find it themselves, because I only brought 32 ounces and that's all mine. Sorry. You know what they say, hydrate or dihydrate. A lot of sayings out here on the Cardinal YouTube channel. But we're definitely serious about our hydration. Don't play no games, especially in the Texas summer. Kind of excited to go over to Finland, get some cooler temps, because I feel like after playing in Austin for the last 3 weeks or so, it's gonna feel pretty easy. Hole 6, one of the best holes on the course. Turnover, Kobe Bryant's cousin. Flatten. As long as I didn't get Roy treed on that good shot, should be in birdie range. No telling how long that tree has been down in the way of the left side approach. But it's kind of taking away the low driven forehand that I might choose here. Gonna have to throw something over the top. How about a fuse? Play the late drifting hyzer flip. Ooh, hard to hyzer flip it when you don't hyzer it. Should have trusted it, especially in that crosswind. Not sure how the wind changed from here when it was the opposite on hole 3, but welcome to Texas. All right, I need to throw this one in to keep up the hot pace. Not a bad bid. I do want to jump on real quick and just say thank you to everyone who's taken a lesson from me over these last 3 weeks. I've been back in Austin raising some funds for my trip to Europe. Probably given between 25 and 30 lessons, some field work, some on the course. But it's been a big pleasure working with you guys, helping y'all sure up your game, and definitely really appreciate the help getting over across the pond for the World Championships. You are appreciated. No, rewind. I made that. Count it. That's what I get for being silly. Taking my par. Sue me. 4 down through 6, pretty steady pace out here. Gonna go cap wrap on the 8th, 350 footer, slightly downhill. Try to get that path skip. Listen for the chains, y'all. Or just shank it inside and air to chains. No, beneficial straight skip though. Might be circle 1. Feel good about that. Result, not as much as the shot, but that's fine. I think I haven't really had to putt so far this round, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You know, I'm just trying to break in my new putters though. But if we keep throwing the disc close, probably gonna score pretty well. 5 down through 7. I just called this one hole 8, I realized. I'm talking old hole numbers. Y'all know what I mean. Okay, baskets are right through there. We got a couple deer just long, so let's see if we can put on a show for them. 373 feet. DD3 forehand. Wow, this tee is looking dusty. You can tell no one's throwing off the longs out here. The way it looks. The short block looks really clean though. Deer backside circle 1. This is for you, deer. Give me some skip. Whoa, good skip. 2D ace. We love those. Kinda. They at least get your heart rate up. I don't know why, but just seeing the deer in the background right here makes me think about the Kanye West Runaway short film where he kind of dabbles through the whole album. Go check it out on YouTube if you're a Kanye fan. Pretty fire production value, not gonna lie to you guys. So nice to have the forehand feeling strong again. This hole might say 372, 373 or whatever, but I feel like it plays all of 400 the way you got to skip it off to the right and maintain hyzer the whole way. So big power forehand, great to have that tool back in the arsenal. Take care of your body, kids, and don't overdo it. Just do enough, whatever that means. Hole 9, par 4. Just under 700 feet. Man, I thought these gentlemen were going to get ahead of me pretty quick, but I might have to repass them. Made a pit stop to post a reel real quick, and man, deer, reel, English language can be freaking confusing. Wow. I'm going to try to go wraith, hyzer flip. See if I can commit to that hyzer, keep it down, stretch that hyzer out. Or I can just play a lucky kick out to the right. I kind of forced the disc there, not gonna lie to you guys. Probably would go DD3 normally, but it feels like I'm just throwing the same disc over and over. But that's not a bad thing, so why shy away from it? Lesson learned. Okay, we can throw the straight wooded shot or play the cheeky roller. And seeing as I probably won't have too many rollers to throw in Europe, I'm gonna do this one last roller for all my roller throwers out there. Go with the flippy yellow hatchet. Make use of this great tool. Kind of jumped a little bit left on the angle as it landed, but here it comes back. Oh yeah. We got a circle 2 look, and that's what I like about the roller here. I feel like I can guarantee I get past these initial couple trees, whereas with the air shot, there's a chance that I hit one of them and still have 200 plus feet in. Now I got to putt. Still so much debris on the ground at Roy from the recent storms, and dare I say, we kind of need the population of homeless people we used to have out here, because they probably would have used this all for firewood by now. My roller lines would be clean. No. It'll happen, right? It'll happen. If not, by this winter when I'm back, I'll do it my damn self. Get off of me. You know what I'm saying though? There's just stuff everywhere. Ooh. Don't you just hate it when out of the hand you know player B has 1,000% make rate? First putt did feel pretty good there though, and honestly par after that terrible drive. Can't be too mad. On to the back nine. I'm gonna roll this all into one video because I don't really feel like editing 2 videos. I want to just knock it all out. Hole 10, 611. Pretty tough tee shot. I'm gonna go hyzer flip, explore. Looking for that late drift to the right. Hyzer out of the hand though, I feel like makes this initial gap a little bit bigger for me. Ooh, barely missed right. Not sure if we can get up and down from birdie from that lie, but if we have a clean swing, then most definitely have a chance. Little quick score update, I guess, as we head to the back nine. I'm 6 down through 9. Not bad, scoring well, feeling in control. Slow feet, we gonna eat. Pretty tough spot here, and I think we're gonna have to go back to the roller. There is like a forehand line, but there's too many trees to get through on the backside, so might as well get skinny and get through the trees that way, right? I'm gonna go pin catch it, a little more stable. Hopefully I can hold the straight line for a little bit longer. At least get to those roller blocker logs at circle 2 edge. Well, there's a roller blocker log. Earlier than I expected it to come into play, but hit the main gap and should have a pretty simple chip up for par. Always got to come say hello to the praying mantis egg sac. Ooh, thicka. I don't know if they've hatched yet. Let me know in the comments if you know anything about praying mantis. So this limb that I hit, I feel like isn't necessarily a planned one. I feel like all these leading up are definitely look like they're supposed to be here. This one though, with the limbs still attached, or like the leaves still attached, feels like it just fell off of a tree and got left here. But I'm not exactly sure. And I'm not exactly sure who has a vendetta against rollers on this hole, but apparently they do. See if we can just chip one in there. Get a little cheeky with it. Come on, drop. Go in. That was about as perfect as it can feel without going in. Happy with the effort though. Overall, really happy with my mental approach to this round so far. I'm visualizing really strongly, keeping the feet in control. And what better tournament to break out and remind the world what I can do than going and winning a major championship. Oh, over here talking. Yeah, that's what you get. You're talking too much instead of just playing the game. That's why there's a reason you don't talk while you putt in tournament. Also, there's a reason you use your legs and aim higher on the elevated basket, but you know, next time. Go in. Oh my god. Another beauty ball with that MD3. I don't know who left this lime scooter over here, but I know I'm gonna be scooting my way all around Finland, so maybe I'll just bring it over there with me. So far, Vessi's shoes have been solid. Hard to tell how exactly the grip is since it's super dry out right now. I like to see how they play in the wet weather, and then I can give them a real full review. I've heard people talk a lot about how nice and waterproof they are, but I've really been loving the Columbia Facet 75 degree that I've been wearing all season this year and the later half of last season as well. They've probably been my favorite disc golf shoe I've worn, other than maybe the Vivo Barefoot, but my Vivos just made my calves a little bit too tight, so I think it'll take me some time if I wanted to commit to the Barefoot shoe to really get used to that. and make sure I have a good calf rollout regimen to help me deal with that. So I'm going to look at the Vessi with a scrutinous eye, as I do with anything, and I'll continue to let you guys know how they're working for me. Definitely a good time to be grooving with my straight mid-range though, as we head over to the Monster and the Beast. Shout out to Esmentini, beautiful dies. That Samurai hair across on the Iron Samurai has got to be an all-timer. Hole 12, we got the dear friends in the back. Mandatory forehand hole here, 310 feet. It's going to play all of 350. The way you got to really skip this one to the right. I'm going Nuke OS, straight from the practice basket at the OTB shop. I saw this thing sitting in there. I love clear discs. I said, oh, can I have it? I can have that tree. That thing came zooming back at me. All right, time to scramble for par. I've actually never been over here on this hole. Good thing I have a ridiculously overstable disc like the Chupacabra in my bag though, for shots just like this. Wow, got the anti-curl up. Karmic retribution. I think homie behind me might have just got a skip ace that he really exclaimed out loud, and I think he tried to say it loud enough that I would hear it just because so he'd have a witness. Said that was the best skip ace ever. Well, if you skip ace hole 11 out here, you got lucky. I'm here to tell you. Either way, congrats on joining the elusive club of players who have aced Roy G. Ain't too many of them. I got two out here. One was a skip ace, but hole 16 is a skip hole, whereas 11 is just you air it there. If you got a skip ace, that means you probably threw something too fast, hit something lucky. I don't know. I don't even know how you skip ace that hole, to tell you the truth. Good on you though, bud. If you're watching this, congrats. Late night snack with the friends here. Hello. You enjoying that grass? I don't know though. He said that was the best skip ace ever, and then I heard more chains as he got to the basket. So does that mean he actually aced it, or he thinks it would have been the best skip ace ever? Who knows? I'm gonna go Athena Heiser here on 13. Try to push that back wall, fade in front of that little skinny leaning tree. Ooh, thought I got lucky. And then I probably should have went Raptor. That's usually what I throw here, but trying to diversify my angles of comfort, not just throw flat on everything. All right, this shot is where a great roller is going to come in a lot of handy, especially if I can lay it down from a standstill. Oh, I should have played the yellow hatchet. It's alright though. Made some kind of progress. There aren't too many really hard to scramble spots out here at Roy, but I definitely just found one of them. On the roller train. See if we can make it happen with this Athena. Thread the needle. Oh, back to the fairway, but caught a tree on the way out. Okay, time to slow down. Got a guy playing the shorts just behind me. I'm kind of slightly rushing myself because I am in passing distance to the group ahead and I want to catch up to them. Slow down, throw the shots. That's how you play fast. That'll do, donkey. Well, I was 6 down through 9. Took that painful bogey on 10 as I was yapping on the putting green instead of just doing my routine and making a simple putt that I can almost guarantee I would have made if I would have just shut up and talked after the putt. Let you guys know what I was thinking instead of have to say it out loud and be a big old blabbering buffoon. But I'm here to entertain you guys as well as get some good practice in. So you got to find the balance as a content creator sometimes and as a player. And I think usually prioritizing the player side is probably the best way to do it. This is going to be another bogey here, so time to lock in bogey free for the last few holes and score some birdies too. Got this new Champion, maybe Glow Boss in my bag. Nice little swirl die, factory die on it. Super beefy. I was kind of hoping it was going to be a bomber, but I ain't mad about having it. Kind of flies well with my Halo Star Boss I've been throwing all season, the white and yellow one. Where I kind of have two of the same disc, and I can not be worried about losing one because I have a backup for it. 341, dual option. I'm going to take the low hyzer, see if I can squeak it high enough to get some skip. Big skip now. Okay, landed up top, got a bit of a muted skip. I feel like they haven't mowed the grass on that right side since I've been home, and it's definitely been playing a lot harder than it was this last winter. Maybe I should take the left side now on with the MD3. You can kind of see as we approach here, they've just let this grass in the Turk's Gap kind of go unchecked, making the skips quite a bit harder. Usually when it's a bit more dead in the vegetation, as soon as you get up top here, you get a really good skip, but right now, skips ain't happening so much. And maybe it's time for me to switch to that straight line until they do come and mow it. Make the adjustment, but I don't know. Same time, hyzer got me a just inside the circle look, edge of circle look. Can't be too mad at that. Definitely inside. The whiskers are kind of faded and gone here, but that'll do for birdie. Time to race to the finish. Appreciate you guys. Alright, 4 holes to go. Hole 15. One of the few holes from the long boxes that I like the roller on. Uh-oh. I guess I'm playing the short. Okay, first time I missed that gap in a while. Back to the roller. Trying to make up some progress. Oh my god. Well, 2 for 2 on trees. It's gonna make this birdie hard. Actually, kind of undoable. I was really trying to land that one on some cut. Get it up there. I'm gonna take a Athena hyzer flip down this right side and try to save par. I'll be happy with that. Oh, hit every tree in this hole. Sorry guys. It's been a while since I've experienced the playthrough blues, but I think I just did here on 15. 3 throws, 3 tree hits. Ooh, rough. Really rough. See if we can make up for it. Awful spot to be after 3 throws. Don't really have a great line in even from here. I'm gonna go flex forehand zone. I think that's probably my best bet. Alright, there's the putt for bogey. Wow, thought I was done bogeying, but here we are. After being 6 down through 9, I'm kind of flirting with this birdie to bogey train on the back. I gotta figure out a way to close out my back 9s a little stronger. Another bogey there, back to 5 down. Try to get the last 3. See if I can't finish at 8 down. Still would be a solid round with 3 bogeys on. Last 2 times I've played outer circle C, I've been 9 down through 9. Last time was the perfect 9 through 9 all birdies. Time before was 9 through 9 with an eagle and a par. Either way, I've stalled out on the back a little bit, gone 10 down and 11 down respectively on those 2 rounds. So let me know, what are your best tips for finishing the back strong? What do you like to do? Maybe I need to put some snacks back in my bag. Sit down after 9, just take a quick snack, quick break, recuperate. Do you have any kind of cheat codes for finishing your round strong? Let me know. Maybe I'll try it out. Also, I think I've kind of been rushing this back 9, like I said, to try to pass that group I just passed. As well as I've had a guy behind me playing the shorts who's kind of, I can tell he's kind of speeding it up, trying to get through me. So, gotta block out those thoughts and just see the line. Slow feet, like I said. Well, 16 is a good hole to make up for it. I've aced it before, and I can do it again. It feels too high. Wow. Still kind of felt like I had a chance at the end though. There's a putt for birdie. These gnats are definitely a nuisance. You know, they're not biting or anything, they're just all over my face, licking my sweat up or whatever they're doing. And they love going in your freaking ear holes, that's the worst. I literally thought I made that putt. Was that putt really better than the one before? I'm gonna slow that down. You guys let me know. Wish I liked these more than I do, to tell you the truth. 40, hole 17. Beautiful hole. A little bit of a mild flex, unless you really have something you like to hyzer flip at that distance. I'm gonna go DD3. Looking for that little tight flex. Please hit the path. Wow, if they would mow this hole, that shot could have been so solid, but not in this long grass. 100 footer, cash out. What in the world? Why did it do that? Back to a headwind, even though it was a tailwind literally 1 hole ago. Can't make these things up. And that reacted like a tailwind, so I'm not really sure what's going on. Some pretty vibey sunset hues going on here. Can't lie to y'all. Can't spit that one out. It'll try though, honestly. These things love to throw the disc back at you. 1 more hole to go, and I'm definitely done with these mosquitoes. Hole 18, 705. Flat on the Halo Boss, Halo Star Boss. Let it ride out at the end. Give me some skip. There's a little skippy-doo. Center cut. Beef sirloin. Or shall I say, filet mignon. All the times I've played Roy G, you'd think I know. You know, I'm gonna measure this tree. How far is it from this big old hackberry in the middle? It's a good benchmark to have in your mental caddy book. 325 from here, so I've got about 315 in. Perfect distance. So here's the finishing on birdie, and bringing patience to my next back 9. Oh, yes. Here's the patience. 6 down at Roy after a 6 through 9 start. Better luck next time. If we ain't gonna need it, because we're gonna bring our skill and our patience.